Tracy is in the house. Question, wondering why majority of men stress that they want long-term relationship when they know what my boundaries are, which is not sleeping with a man until we are in a relationship. So, okay, this is an interesting question, Tracy. So why do men lead with long-term relationship? Well, I believe partially because if we led, look, I just want a one-night stand with you, I don't think that will work. So we men have learned if we imply we want a long-term relationship, that you're more apt to sleep with us. I mean, it's just as simple as that. Again, I don't think a man could simply say, hey, you know what? I just want to hook up tonight and never see you again. That isn't going to work. I mean, maybe a lot of alcohol induced, maybe that, there's the exception to the rule kind of thing that happens once in a while. But for the most part, they know that won't work. So they have to lead with, I want a long-term relationship. Now, why do they cross your boundaries with sex? Because men have been indoctrinated that great sex leads to a great relationship. Men have been indoctrinated to believe that chemistry equals relationship success. So men chase chemistry. They chase physical connection. Ladies, whenever you hear out there, men are hunters, men love the chase, like even the book, The Rules, it emphasizes how men love the hunt, men love the chase. Do you honestly believe men are hunting around with their bow and arrow? I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for a relationship. I'm hunting a relationship. Do you honestly believe that's what they're hunting and chasing? The hunt and chase is simply, I want to get in your pants. That's the hunt and chase. And sometimes it turns into a relationship. Even a one night, even sleeping with someone on the first date isn't a complete death sentence to relationship, but it's most likely it's the absolute radical exception and not the rule that a man actually bonds with you. So why do they cross your boundaries? Because there's a misalignment between the two of you. Somehow there's a gigantic misalignment. You two are not aligned with each other. And the sad reality is, as I said earlier, we are swimming in a sea of emotional dysfunctionality with poor relationship skills, with poor conflict resolution skills, with poor understanding of what some commitment is all about. We humans, we have this fantasy-based way of relationships, that was indoctrinated by Disney to some degree. But look at how many people, their first marriages end at a 50% rate. First marriages end. And by the way, of the other half that's still married, probably half of them are miserable, okay? That's first marriages. But for those of us in midlife, second and third marriages end at a 65 to 75% rate. What does that tell us about human pair bonding? Humans don't do a good job vetting one another. Humans don't do a good job cultivating the important aspects of relationship because we dive in physically too quickly in many cases without any real understanding of shared values, shared vision, blendable lifestyles, and emotional maturity. But to come back to your point, and why do men lead with long-term relationship? It's simple, Tony. They're not going to be able to have sex with you if they don't lead with that premise. By the way, is this sinking in? Is this resonating with you? Please let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on what I just shared with Tony. Post a comment below. I do my best to read them all in the first 24 hours. And if you want to connect with me, there's links below to schedule a discovery call with me to see if working with a coach is right for you. And you can get all the books I recommend, everything listed below. Nicole says, this is something else I was talking about, Seinfeld. She's pointing that out. RM Bells wants to point out good points. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's keep going.